And here we mark the time. Here we are. Ohio is in. We are projecting the battleground state of Ohio for President Barack Obama, which means you are looking at the President of the United States. Barack Obama has been reelected, the 44th president. Listen to the crowd out in Times Square. The man who came in promising the audacity of hope 4 years ago will now have a chance to promise possibility, a new future for the next 4 years.
Barack Obama ended his day doing the same thing as millions of other Americans, watching election results come in on TV. He saw his numbers add up. Then he learned those other Americans had chosen him again as their president. Our partners at ABC News projected the swing state of Ohio tipped toward Obama, pushing him over the 270 electoral votes he needed to return to the White House. The latest numbers project 290 votes for Obama, with wins in California, Illinois and Wisconsin, among other states. His Republican opponent, Mitt Romney, is projected to win 203 votes. Obama sent out a message to his followers on Twitter. He wrote, "This happened because of you. Thank you."
President Obama won 303 electoral votes so far. He took almost all the key swing states, including Ohio, Virginia, Wisconsin and Iowa. But the popular vote across the country is very tight, currently standing at 50% for President Obama and 48.5% for Mitt Romney. Votes, we should say, are still being counted in Florida. That carries 29 electoral votes, although, of course, the outcome there won't affect that final result. In the U.S. Congress, the Republicans held control of the House of Representatives, and the Democrats have kept their majority, though, in the upper house, the Senate.
All right, it's a whole lot of the same here in Washington, Soledad. Let's start by talking about the House of Representatives right now. The Republican Party will maintain control of the House. They have 225 seats right now. We don't know how many they'll end up with tonight, but we know they will keep control. In the Senate, where it stands right now, the Democrats have 51 seats, the Republicans 45 seats. There are two independents there. You can see them in purple on the screen. That is Angus King of Maine. We don't know which party he'll caucus yet with for sure, although we suspect the Democrats. The other purple seat there, Bernie Sanders from Vermont. Really, he counts as a Democrat. There are two remaining races here that are simply too close to call. In fact, we can show you those races. Montana, where the incumbent Democrat Jon Tester is still in a very tight race against Congressman Denny Rehberg. And in North Dakota, where Rick Berg, the congressman, is facing Heidi Heitkamp. Those races too close to call. A few moments ago, Nevada was still too close to call, but we were able to call that race for the Republican incumbent, Dean Heller. You will want to stay with us for these two remaining races, though. We can tell you about some high-profile races that are settled, though. Look at that. Missouri, Indiana. Democrats won both those races. You remember those were races where the Republicans made those controversial comments about rape. Both those Republicans lost. And then finally, in what may have been the heavyweight bout in the Senate races in the country this year, Massachusetts, Elizabeth Warren defeated incumbent Senator Scott Brown. That is a pickup for the Democrats in the state of Massachusetts right now. Elizabeth Warren will be the first female senator from the state of Massachusetts.
On Obama's watch, the demise of the author of the 2001 terrorist attacks against the U.S. lifted morale across the political divide.
I appreciate you guys.
The young president, now 51, wise to the power of internet communication, also dot-comed his way to winning a second term.
I'm getting a chance to meet all of you. All right? Take care.
Obama voted 12 days early, the first American head of state to avail himself of the possibility offered in several states.